Hello and welcome to another edition of the Insight250 Spotlight series, where we talk to leaders and innovators around the world to discover the stories behind the insights. Now, I'm absolutely delighted to be joined today by Joaquim Bretcha, the Director General of ESOMAR, and Lucy Davison, the founder and CEO of Keen as Mustard. And I wanted to start, Lucy, by talking today about salience and staying power, and how to create a culture of informed decision making. So first of all, what do we mean by action or activation of insights?
Well, we are trying to work out how you can build a culture of insights as opposed to just make a lot of noise about one project at a time. Because the need now is really to bring that visceral experience of the customer to life. So specifically to answer your first question, in terms of building a culture of insights and what we mean by activation, what we're trying to do is say it's long term, it's staying power. It's precisely that. It's actually about not just one-off hit. It's about, and it's great to launch something, but it's really important to keep that conversation going. And that way we make synthesis between the data and the insights that we're getting, so we can actually build a continuous stream of knowledge and insight. So that's the kind of idea that we're trying to talk about when we talk about it in our session at ESOMAR.
That makes sense. Now, what do you mean by a culture of insight, or indeed when you describe it as sort of customer centricity, what is that?
Well, a lot of companies have talked a lot about, getting a seat at the board or putting a seat of the customer at the table, but actually how you create that environment and the way that you integrate the voice of the customer with all the decisions that you're making, and not just a sort of tick box exercise, but actually, having that really grounded cultural understanding of your customer and where they're going and what they're doing is absolutely essential. When we're talking about the culture, that's what we're doing. And it's not just resting within the insights team, and it's not just the responsibility of insights and marketing. It's the responsibility of the whole organization. So it's bringing it to life for the whole organization. So people know, for example, what an insight is and what that means and how they can use that. And even if they're not working in an area that's directly kind of where their KPI isn't sort of tied to the result of something, it's actually about having that intelligence across the whole organization.
That does sound absolutely critical. And I mean, how can viewers build a culture of insight as you've described?
Well, there's lots of ways that we can be sure that we communicate more effectively. And one of the first things I think we need to really remember is that communication is two-way. So it's about not only sending out information, but listening and engaging and really being sure that we understand what all the different organizational teams and departments, what their responsibilities are and how they're working, to work out how the customer's view can fit in with that and help make better and more informed decisions. So we do a lot of work in terms of communication, in much more ongoing, light touch. I mean, it can be everything from a really simple email with maybe just 3 bullet points, what we learned this week, which goes to everybody. It's not about sharing a PowerPoint deck, or it could be just, every morning sharing a video of a customer talking about one of their challenges. Or it could be a film, or it could be infographics, or it could be a series of those things. And we just need to think much more creatively, I think, and much more empathetically about how we communicate internally and how we get resonance for the work that we do.
Thanks, Lucy. There's some brilliant top tips there. It really is fascinating stuff. And look, for anyone that wants to hear more from Lucy, do sign up for her panel at ESOMAR Congress next week. And if you can't be in Amsterdam in person, sign up to ESOMAR TV. Now, also, if you want to hear more from Lucy, she wrote a brilliant article all about communicating insights with impacts, along with Mars and Starbucks. You can see that it was published in Research World. If you go to insight250.com, all the articles are there. Now, talking about communicating insight with impact, we're about to have the annual ESOMAR Congress. I'm really excited about that. And I'm delighted to be joined by ESOMAR Director General Joaquim Bretcha today. So Joaquim, tell listeners a little bit more about ESOMAR Congress.
We are super excited as well, Crispin. It's less than 1 week now for Congress. And we go back, indeed, we increase the size of previous Congresses before COVID. So we are expecting more than 1,000 attendees, to almost 250 end users, 80 countries, 40 associations. I mean, it's going to be the real center of the market research and data and insights world for days. We are very much looking forward to it. 3 stages, 200 people speaking. You were mentioning the ESOMAR TV with Lucy. We're going to talk about that maybe later. So it's going to be really the moment in which we're going to assess how our industry is in this special moment of transformation in which technology plays a huge part. So we want to see how our industry is responding to these challenges from the human side and from the technology side.
Fantastic. And what are you personally most excited about at this year's Congress?
Actually, it is the gathering. So it's to see such a big number of people passionate about our industry, passionate about what we do, people that are fostering the industry and are improving the industry day by day, and the energy that we all will create during these 4 days. I mean, I just thinking of how much talent, passion, and energy will be in those days. And we're going to discuss all those topics from talking about brand health to behavioral economics to, artificial intelligence, of course. All those topics will be covered from different angles. And then also it's a very, very good opportunity for ESOMAR to update people on our developments and what we are doing to improve the industry.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm certainly looking forward to it too. But now look, if some people can't actually get to ESOMAR Congress in person, how can they get involved?
We have taken another step this year. You know that we have been providing the ESOMAR TV live stream for many years, different events. So this year, we're going to give 2 options. One, live stream with some selected presentations, and then live streaming all content with the premium feature. So if for €45, you can get access to everything that's happening in the conference. Of course, these people are going to miss this face-to-face component that I believe now is more important than ever. This interconnection, this networking, this moment of even did parties. I mean, we're also fostering, organizing some parties, very nice events. But in terms of content, those people registering to this ESOMAR Premium TV will be able to access to all stages, the 3 stages, including the keynote speakers. We're going to have 5 keynote speakers talking from how the Earth is perceived from space, with a professional from the European Space Agency, to talking about artificial intelligence, behavioral economics, and so on.
Well, that's fantastic. It's great to hear that it's truly multi-mode this year. So I really look forward to seeing you at Congress next week. Now, if listeners want to hear more from Joaquim about his views and what's happening, you can hear his read his Insight250 Winners Series article that was published in Research World, again at Insight250.com. That one was on technology evolution and the impact of insights, and it's a great read. So I encourage people to go and look at Lucy and Joaquim's articles. So that wraps up another episode of the Insight250 Spotlight series. A huge thank you to both of our experts for joining us today. Stay tuned for more episodes with more discoveries. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep innovating. Thank you.